Let my guitar playing friend do my request. Let him sing me back home with a song I used to hear. Make my
24 seconds.
It's time to holler down the pipe chase and rattle them bars, because we're going to do a prison show for you right here at beautiful old, historic old, exciting new KPFT Houston, from the heart of Montrose, where we all hope tomorrow will be a better day.
Well, welcome to the prison show. It's a Friday night. We've got a busy show for you again. Hope some of y'all like the opening we use right now. We listen. We don't want to throw out a tradition of 37, fixing to be 37-year-old show lightly. So we're going to change it up a little while and see how it goes. Anyway, we've got callers calling in tonight. We've only got one set of guests that are actually here in the studio. Everybody else will be on the phone. We got Jennifer Urshabek. She'll be calling. Cathy Marston from the Free Battered Texas Women's Project. And, Jennifer's from Tifa. Y'all know her. And then we got David Atwood about death penalty. And we have a recording of even Daniel Mancini. He's not in the house tonight. He's back out there with them goats. So I hope he don't go to jail this time anyway. Folks, we get letters about things, and we try and do what we can about it. Some of y'all expect miracles, and all of y'all, well, not all of y'all, but 90% of y'all write big, long letters where a short, sweet one would serve everybody better. Anyway, and write neatly and completely. That's all I ask. All right. Anyway, I've caught up on my mail. Some of y'all will be impressed with that. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead here and get started with Jennifer. Jennifer, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing fine, and since you're caught up with your mail, you could always volunteer and help me with my mail.
Oh, no, they give me more as I go.
Hi, how are you doing?
Well, you know me. I'm like $1 million every day.
Well, good. I got behind in my mail, so I'm going to start with an apology to everybody. We had a personal issue here at the house. My husband fell and broke his leg and his arm.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I had to postpone trips to Darrington and to Ramsey. I got to spend Thanksgiving at the hospital. So, but he's home now, and he's doing much better. He's recuperating great, but I'm just buried under work that, I've had to put on the back burner for a while. So I apologize, and I'll get to it eventually. I've got it all lined up, and I'll be working over it over the next month. So that's probably what it'll take me to catch up. So anyway, sending a shout out to my friends at Ramsey and Darrington, and hopefully I'll be down there soon to visit with you guys, because I know everybody wants to know, what's going on with Tifa and where we're up to. We attended the Second Look Summit here in Austin during November, in the middle of November. I guess that was about a week before everything fell apart for me.
You're acting like Cathy.
And spent 3 days at that summit. It was a great summit for second lookers, those people who were convicted under the age of 18 and given long sentences. I'm really encouraged about some of the great work that Elizabeth Haneke is doing. They had a great speaker there, Dr. Jeannie von Stultz, who is the Deputy Chief of Mental Health Services Division in Bexar County, and she did a piece on the adolescent brain that was just fascinating, and it explained to me why teenagers think they know everything when they're 17, 18, and 19. It just all clicked for me. And it's because they're getting so darn smart during that age period but their social skills haven't caught up with their intellectual skills, and so there's a big old gap there. So she'll be a speaker at one of our chapters, either San Antonio, New Braunfels, or Austin, but I'll be excited to hear from her. The other piece of interesting news that I have is I was invited to the state jail stakeholder meeting. And what this is a group that is organized by the Texas Public Policy Foundation. They're the Smart on Crime folks here in Texas. So they're the conservative wing of the criminal justice reform effort. So that was, I thought, a great step forward for TIFA, because now I'm in that work group with the county judges and district attorneys and sheriffs. TDCJ was there. I sat next to Brian Collier. And just ACLU, TCJC. And it's just going to be a great chance to develop some relationships with these people. So when next session rolls around in 2019, you know, I'll be able to sit down and chat with them about some of the stuff that TIF is working on, such as, drum roll, work time credit and House Bill 2120. These were some of the people who were opposed to work time credit for 3G offenders. And so it'll be great to have an opportunity to visit with them about some of our issues. But in the meantime, the state jail stakeholders group will be working on state jail issues because it hasn't worked the way they wanted it to. They are looking at maybe now trying to get some programming into the state jail, which, you know, before all it was they gave you anywhere from 6 months to 2 years as a state jail crime, and there was no way to get good time or work time or any kind of credit, and so nobody was doing anything, no programming, you know, nothing. So last session they added on a diligent participation bill that allows them to take off 20% of their time if they participate in programming, and it has to be okayed by the judge at sentencing. So they'll also be working on and looking at sentencing and classification, crime classification, looking at diversions and other ways to where they can improve the state jail system. So that's exciting, and I'm grateful to be a part of that group. So let's see, we've got our parole packet workshop scheduled, our first one in 2018. Can you believe it? It's already 2018.
It's flown by this year.
I know. In February 24th is the tentative date we have set for it. We're going to do that one in Waco. Our next one will probably be in New Braunfels, and then we'll have one in the Dallas area and then one in the Houston area. And we'll be working on those dates. And I should have those for you the next time I'm on the show, because we're also busy working on speakers for our chapters during the next year. Just a lot of stuff to do. And then it's the holidays, and then my husband goes and breaks his leg. So what can I say? So that's kind of what I've been up to. Not a whole lot since I've been sitting in the hospital for a week and a half and nursing him now. So, but it is given me a break from some of it, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that he's healing well. So, do you have any questions for me or anything else I could share?
Well,
you'd like to hear about?
I'm a little curious. I know that y'all have opened a couple of more chapters, and people might be interested in hearing more about that, and where you have perhaps upcoming chapters.
Well, we different chapters kind of ebb and flow, and so we've got a great big chapter in New Braunfels of all places. But then that's where one of our board members, Patty Castle, she lives there. So, but they're upset about their district attorney there in Comal County. So that was an incentive for them to organize. But what they've done then is pulled a lot of people out of northern San Antonio, and so that might close the North San Antonio. And then our other San Antonio chapter's reorganizing, and we have a brand new chapter chair there. I don't want to announce them yet because I haven't solidified all the details yet, but I'm real excited about him in San Antonio. Pearland has a new chapter chair with Patty Shuri. She does a lot of ministry work in the units down there at Ramsey and some of the other units. We have a new chapter in San Angelo that's doing well. Waco is a newer chapter for us also. They've been around about a year now, a little over a year. Mm-hmm. We also have a number of members where we could start a chapter in Katy, west of Houston. Mm-hmm. It's just finding the volunteers who are willing to step up and be a chair and organize and keep those meetings going. So that's what's going on there.
Well, we're starting to run out of time.
How can an inmate get a copy of that?
How can an inmate
get
newsletter? A copy of the newsletter, and while you're letting them know that, can you also do the contact information, and which may be how they get it anyway?
Absolutely. We've started a new program to where for the guys and women inside, we don't have an inmate membership because that's outside of our mission, but we have started making available our newsletter to them for $10, which is what we charge our membership to mail it in to their loved ones. So if they would like our newsletter to be mailed to them, they can send us a $10 check from their trust fund account and mail it to Tifa at P.O. Box 300220, Austin, Texas 78703. That's P.O. Box 300220, Austin, Texas 78703. And I've heard our newsletters are so popular that I've heard men will trade suits just to read it, if they can borrow the newsletter to read it. And that is the biggest form of flattery I think I could ever have, is with somebody trading suits.
Suits count. There ain't no doubt about that.
Yes, it does. So anyway, our next newsletter will come out at the end of January. So after Christmas, I'll have to start writing on that one. So,
all right. Anyway. Well, Jennifer, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for sharing that bit of information. I bet you get a bunch of responses over that.
And tell them to keep their stories coming also, because we're collecting stories for parole reform and on independent oversight. So anything about something that doesn't work, send us the stories to. Same address. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you.
Hope in the new year.
I take it your husband's doing okay.
Yes, he is. He is getting spoiled rotten.
Oh, well. I don't want to break my leg to get that, but, All right. Well, have a wonderful Christmas.
Okay, you too.
All
Bye,
right.
guys. Bye-bye.
Good night. Kathy, are you there?
I am here.
All right. Well, let's go.
How are y'all doing tonight?
Oh, I'm gonna. Well, I'm doing like $1 million every day.
Always,
Every day.
Every time.
Day.
Did y'all get any of that snow?
Yes, it
last
snowed all over Greater Houston, and I can tell you, on my Facebook page, I got reports all the way from Big Bend, all the way out to Fort Stockton, all from there all the way back here, snow all the way
over
across.
There. We got some as well. It was really nice. So I wasn't sure it had made it all the way over there, but I pretty much was.
Now I flew
too
back
busy
into town.
enjoying it, so.
I flew back into town this afternoon, and I can tell you there was no snow left across the state of Texas today, except maybe in the shadow someplace on a hill.
Yes. Well, I don't know about y'all, but we were up in the 80s on Monday before the cold front came in on Tuesday, so the ground was just too warm. But it was certainly a nice surprise. So it was pretty enjoyable. My birthday was Wednesday, so I wish it had snowed on Wednesday instead of rained all day. But you take it when you can get it here in San Antonio. So I have some updates from
All right.
those of you who don't know me, I'm Cathy Marston, and I am the founder of Free Battered Texas Women, which is an unincorporated nonprofit that educates and organizes regarding wrongful incarceration of battered women for self-defense, defense of a child or third party, and other mitigating circumstances where a woman is in for being a survivor of battering related to her offense. So I did hear from Sherry Nance. So she, as you may have recalled, was trying to get a UT to Texas City because of her oldest daughter's cancer. They had transferred her from Murray to Hobby, so she's a little bit closer to Houston, but it's not Texas City. And then they have also done her biopsy of her ovarian cyst. She is waiting on the results, and we will all hope that it is not cancerous. But
You're breaking up a little, like you're moving forward and backward or something.
Well, I have a headset on, and the mic right is the closest I can get it to my face. So, did you catch all that?
Yes,
okay.
But
well,
you're much clearer now.
All right, I'll just push it a little bit closer to my face. Tess Kennard, I heard from her as well, and she is at Safe P at the Henley unit now. So she's in pre-released, and she'll go through her program, and she says it looks like she'll be home sometime this spring. So that's also good news. As for somebody who's already out, when I was on last time in October, Cameron Toad had just come home, and she's been very busy getting reacclimatized after being in for about 15 years. And I got one of my board members to authorize paying her $15 to do some data entry for Free Better Texas Women, just a little it's a little bit of practice for her on her typing, since she had to learn how to type, and to help us work on our anthology or doing. So that's some of the updates I've gotten from some of the women, and I know there are tons more to do. When I talked to y'all last time in October, I was getting ready to go to the domestic violence victims candlelight vigil here where I live in Schertz, which is the northern suburb of San Antonio, and it was a very touching, a very moving event where we read some of the names of some of the women who had been killed by intimate partner battering and children over the prior year and a half. Jennifer Fernandez of the Guadalupe Valley Family Shelter was one of the organizers, and then Nicole Solis Douglas, who's the regional victim advocate that was hired here. Jennifer Urshabek was just on talking about New Braunfels, and for those of you who are listening who don't know where New Braunfels is, it is between San Antonio and Austin, closer to San Antonio. New Braunfels is actually a couple little towns north of me along I-35, but
they know where New Braunfels is before they know where Schertz is.
That's for sure. So that is for sure. But the Guadalupe Valley Family Shelter serves 4 different counties, including Comal County. and then including Wilson County, where Sutherland Springs was, where the terrible, terrible shootings happened on November 5th. So this was a wonderful event they did on October 25th, and we're hoping to do, Jennifer Fernandez and Nicole Solis-Douglas and I are hoping to do some, we're already planning some events for next October. I think probably some of the biggest news I have is something that's coming up on Tuesday, January 9th, 2018. I have an event that we're doing at San Antonio's Dream Week, as part of San Antonio's Dream Week festivities. We're going to be showing the documentary Sin by Silence, which is about the incarcerated battered women in California and their successful legislation that's been getting them clemency. We're going to have a panel afterwards. I'll be on the panel chairing it. And we have Patricia Castillo of the Peace Initiative and Doshi Piper of the Criminal Justice Department at the University of the Incarnate Word, and Bill Bush, who's he's the Dean of Humanities and Social Sciences at A&M San Antonio, and he has worked publishing research with what used to be called TYC, the Texas Youth Commission.
All right, take a breath and slow down a little.
Sure. Anyway, that'll be Tuesday, January the 9th, 2018, from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Alamo Draft House Park North. So we have people coming for some different backgrounds to address what we've got going on in Texas with wrongful arrest of battered women, and then more specifically, San Antonio statistics show that the San Antonio Police Department, about half the time on a domestic violence call, ends up arresting a battered woman who has most of the time lawfully defended herself. So other than that, I've been trying to figure out ways to get money in so that we can get the holiday cards out to the inmates who are members of Free Better Texas Women, and get a newsletter out to everybody. The money's both more than we had last year, but it's still a little tight this time of year. So I'm going to go ahead and give my contact information right now, which is y'all can write FBTW for Free
Slow
Better
down.
Texas Women.
Slow down.
Too fast?
Yes, you've got to really slow down on there. Yeah, especially when addressing contact is,
So it's Free Battered Texas Women, or you can just have the initials FBTW. And it's P.O. Box 47. And that is in Schertz, which is spelled SCHERTZ, Texas, 78154. Again, that's P.O. Box 47 in Schertz. That's SCHERTZ, Texas, 78154.
Excellent.
Awesome. How are we doing on time?
Well, we're getting pretty close here.
All right.
All right. So I'm getting the 2-minute signal.
You're getting the 2-minute signal?
Have at it.
Well, one of the things I wanted to read, I had thought about reading this in October, but we were having some technology issues then. This is called the Covenant to End Abuse in My Life. It's something that Peace Initiative put together with some other folks here in the San Antonio area. I'm just going to read it for y'all. Understanding that abuse takes many forms: sexual, physical, psychological, spiritual, economic, racial. Understanding that abuse breeds more abuse and undermines the well-being of all people. Understanding that although I may have abused others or been abused by them, that I have the power to end the abuse in my life. I therefore resolve to refrain from abusing in any way my children, my parents, my partner, my coworkers, my friends, those who I do not like or who do not like me, myself, or any being. I resolve to seek the courage to confront any abuse I find in my life, whether done to me or by me, to seek help and guidance when it is needed, to defend the abused and to support their recovery, to treat myself and others with respect and kindness, and to commit my life to healing the wounds of abuse that have caused suffering through the generations. I resolve never to falsely accuse anyone of abuse, nor to deny it when it is true. And maybe someday I'll get this laid out nice and make this available for people. But
Put it
I'm
in
always,
the newsletter.
yes. Well, that's a good idea. I'm always willing to, happy to hear from everybody. And we need donations of money. I do have a business account. We need postage so I can get stuff out to the ladies and our allies. And I sure appreciate, as always, Hank, you and Dave and everybody else there at the show for giving us the airtime.
Well, this is really a little talked about issue, and it's something that society shouldn't be imposing on women who are, for the most part, merely defending themselves or their children.
It's true, and I'm hoping that between the great gains we've had in awareness of criminal justice reform from Black Lives Matter, and then the silence breakers we've had in the last couple of months with the hashtag #MeToo, the Weinstein effect of women who've come forth with their stories of even sexual harassment, let alone sexual assault, that these things will start to come together. But again,
take a knee, everything.
Yeah, exactly. I think it all works together. All forms of oppression, when we help, helping somebody else usually helps our cause, and we all work together on this. It affects everybody. So again, I really, really appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday season and a great new year. And I'm sure I'll have a lot more to tell you in the new year as well. All right, y'all take care.
Cathy, thank you so much.
All right, bye-bye.
Jam-packed as always.
Yes, always.
All right.
All right, good night.
Have a great Christmas.
Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Oh, David, let me put you back on hold. Hold on. Jumped the gun there. All right, I've got folks from the Innocence Project who are working on something new and different. And if y'all will, pull your mics up close there and speak directly into the mic and let folks know what you're up to now.
Yes, this is Thalia Dubos, attorney at law, and
Manny Nazami, attorney at law.
And we are here tonight to talk to you guys about a new venture that we've decided to start, which is parole. A parole piece. It's Houghton, Dubos, and Nazami, PLLC, and it's Parole Solutions Law Group. And we have decided that there is a grave need for representation, and it's coming from people who actually have a heart and compassion for the people who are forgotten about, who are incarcerated, serving time, who are eligible for parole, who need legal counsel to come in and be their voice. And so we have decided as a team of 3 lawyers, and that's Houghton, Dubos, and Nazami, to formulate Parole Solutions Law Group.
And one of the main things that we want to focus on is that so much of legal representation is focused on the front end. So you get a lawyer when you get a charge, but what people don't know is that you have the ability to have representation on the back end as well. So when it comes time for your parole hearing, you can have a lawyer present, and a lot of times that makes a world of difference, and that can save you 20, 30 years off of your sentence. And that's one thing we really want to push.
In the past, well, in California, for 20 years after I got out, I did work and stuff, and I went many times as a witness to people's parole, and it seemed to help.
Right.
So I'm certain, above and beyond just merely having a witness on your behalf, that having a parole attorney is bound to be like gold.
Yeah, absolutely. And we feel very grateful because we have an opportunity now to answer parole questions. And so one thing that we really want to do is, on a weekly basis, kind of show up to the radio station, and any kind of questions that anybody has, we'll take 4 or 5 minutes and answer one parole question. And they can submit those questions to Parole Solutions Law Group at gmail.com or
at the physical address, which is 3013 Fountain View, that's 2 words, Suite 120, and that's Houston, Texas 77057. And also, we can be reached by phone, which is 713-782-6060. And I also want to point out what kind of gave us the push. We met a guy who's incarcerated by the name of Clinton Polk, and we took on his case, and we did the packet for him. And Houghton and I personally went down to do his hearing at the parole board in Huntsville, and they seemed to be taken aback by just the presence and the compassion that we had, and by the grace maybe a week or two later after going down to the hearing, he was serving a 25-year sentence, and he had been set off for so many years. He was granted his parole, and I think that gave us the push to say that there is a need for us, and if we were to sit down and kind of put our compassions together and formulate it to make a true team, we can make a true difference in our brothers and sisters that are truly forgotten about.
Mm-hmm. This is an opportunity for folks to get their lives back, to really be able to take hold of their life and to be able to kind of have a refresh button, essentially hit a refresh button on
Absolutely.
their lives and to restart everything that they've always wanted. And
Because
so
the sentencing is not the end.
yeah, and this is an area of law that I think a lot of people have a lot of confusions about, an area that people don't really know much about. So we're here to answer questions. Anytime you guys have any questions, feel free to send it to us.
And again, that's 713-782-6060. That's our...
Slow down.
Sorry, 713-782-6060. That is our phone number. You can reach us by email at parolesolutions, with an S, lawgroup.com. I'm sorry, at gmail.com. And then you can check our website out at parolesolutionslawgroup.com.
And the address again.
The address is 3013 Fountain View, Suite 120, and that's Houston, Texas, 77057.
Okay, suite number again, please.
120.
Oh, got it. Okay. And, yeah, so, guys, you can expect to start hearing from these folks when you mail in a letter with a parole-oriented question. You can start expecting to just hear some of these things answered on the air.
Absolutely, and we want to answer as many questions as we can. We'll be here on a regular basis, and any questions that you have regarding parole, and it's a very complex and complicated area of law. A lot of folks have questions, and we're here to answer them.
Yep.
Well, that's a lot of information in a short period of time, and it's we do have some other parole attorneys that we work with and things, but they're not available on a regular basis and stuff. So it's a nice change of pace to be able to, like provide at least an answer a week like that. You know, so that's something to look forward to, fellas. I want to thank y'all for coming in.
Well, thank you guys for having us.
Thank you for having us.
And making yourselves available.
Of course.
Absolutely.
All right, excellent.
That's how we get the help out, to make ourselves available.
That's how it works. Helping
Absolutely.
people is always better than
Absolutely.
not helping people.
Of course, the Innocence Project, that's where our grassroots come from.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now, y'all are not still involved there?
Oh, absolutely we are. Actually,
Okay.
Manny and I, we met in 2011 working on a writ together, or was it an appeal?
That's
So
right.
we still do those, and then we just, I started volunteering at the Innocence Project as a student, and then once I became an attorney, I started giving back my time, because you always want to go home to give your time, especially if that was a place that helped you. And so we're still active with the Innocence Project, and that's the director, Houghton. That's the first
Anthony
part
Houghton,
of the three-part trio. So we can't forget about the Innocence Project. So we've done appeals, writs, post-capital convictions for my brothers and sisters that are on death row. So we've not forgotten about those at all.
Absolutely.
Well, we sure appreciate y'all coming in and getting this thing rolling. I feel like I'm forgetting something I thought of here earlier. Business cards yet?
Oh, I can leave you with my business cards, but in terms of Parole Solutions, we will have those by next Friday.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, next time we see y'all then.
Absolutely.
great.
Just bring those in.
With
I believe I have
questions,
your
with
other
answers.
card.
Sure.
Well, good. That's a good
Yeah.
card to have.
Okay.
Because I still do the direct representation.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. So, folks, everything in the world ain't free, but it is available.
Absolutely. And we are at your service.
Well, thank y'all for coming in. I'm going to get on with the next segment here, but we sure appreciate it.
Hate to go. Thank you.
Well, all right.
Bye-bye.
Thank y'all. Okay. Dave, how you doing?
Doing good, Hank. How
Well,
are you this evening?
I'm like $1 million every day. Are you in Colorado?
I am.
Yeah.
We don't have snow up here.
Well, we had it down here. This is Texas,
I
baby.
know,
We got
I
it.
know you did. I got some pictures. From some people. I think the world's going a little topsy-turvy, don't you?
What? This is Texas. We got everything down here.
Oh, yeah, you should too. I know that. Living there for over 40 years, I know that.
Yep. Well, how's the missus?
She's doing good.
Okay,
Doing
great.
good.
Well, tell her we said hello.
I will. And good evening to everybody on death row, and actually to all the prisoners in the Texas prisons that are listening in tonight. We're thankful that the execution of Juan Castillo that was scheduled this month was called off, and let's hope it is never rescheduled. We ended up with 7 executions this year, which is 7 too many. What we want is 0 executions because there's no way that you can justify the death penalty. It's an act of societal revenge, plain and simple. Call it for what it is. The Catholic Pope, Pope Francis, recently made a strong statement against the death penalty, which I'd like to read tonight. I don't think I've done this before, but I meant to. This is a statement from Pope Francis. Back in October is when he actually made this. It must be clearly stated that the death penalty is an inhumane measure that, regardless of how it is carried out, abuses human dignity. It is per se contrary to the gospel because it entails the willful suppression of human life that never ceases to be sacred in the eyes of its creator, and of which ultimately only God is the true judge and guarantor. No man, not even a murderer, loses his personal dignity. I want especially the guys on death row to hear that part of it. No man, not even a murderer, loses his personal dignity, because God is a father who always awaits the return of his children, who, knowing that they've made mistakes, ask for forgiveness and begin a new life. No one ought to be deprived not only of life, but also of the choice for a moral and existential redemption that in turn can benefit the community. So that was a statement by Pope Francis back in October, very powerful. I think the Catholic Catechism is going to be rewritten, that part of it, to emphasize the unequivocal statement against the death penalty by the Church. And I hope that other religious leaders will make similar strong statements. We need that from the faith community. I also want to focus tonight on conditions on death row. There was an article recently in the Chronicle about the escape attempt that was about 18 years ago at the Ellis unit where death row was located at that time. After that, death row was moved by the prison system to the Pulunski unit, where prisoners were put in individual cells. The work program that existed at the Ellis unit was eliminated, as was group recreation and group church services. Also, televisions were totally eliminated. In other words, all the death row prisoners were put in permanent solitary confinement for the actions of a few prisoners. And most people that have studied this kind of punishment say that it's clearly cruel and unusual punishment. Now, some prisoners can handle this isolation and retain their sanity, but others can't. I've seen young men deteriorate before my eyes because of solitary. And something should be done about this. There have been voices in the past, but we need to reinvigorate those voices. As a minimum, human rights organizations and the faith community should act. They should speak out and take legal action, especially the human rights organizations, ACLU, etc. The prison system could also make some reasonable improvements if it chose to do so. And wouldn't that be nice? A nice gesture during this Christmas season? Maybe bring back televisions, do something to make it a more humane situation inside death row. So while we fight to abolish the death penalty, we want to work to make things better on death row in any way that we can. because these are human beings. These are our brothers and sisters. They've unfortunately ended up in that spot, that horrible spot, where many of them have been languishing there for, 10, 20 years or more under isolation, and it's just cruel and unusual punishment. There's no doubt about it. So, just want to wrap up. This is not a long report. I just want to ask everybody to continue our valuable work to abolish the death penalty and bring more humanity to society, and to stay strong, never give up, and continue our work. So, Hank, thank you for having me on this evening, and best wishes to everybody there.
Well, Dave, thank you so much. And when do you think you're heading back down this way?
I will be heading back. I'm not sure exact date, but I don't know if you keep having snow down there. I don't know.
Well,
but
it lasts about 15 minutes.
Yeah, I know it did. But
hey,
be back.
I saw places where it was 5-6 inches deep, but by noon today, that was all history and wet spots on the ground. So.
Yeah, I remember years ago when they had one of probably the biggest snowstorm I ever saw in Houston. People were making snowmen and putting them on their cars as they drove around. It was such a novel thing to most people. But
it's novel. I read something last night. Since 1897, it snowed 35 times in Houston.
Wow.
And we got 5 of them in 1 year and 3 a couple of times. So
1895, it snowed 20 inches.
Amazing. Well, look, I want to mention, too, I guess Mike's not on there tonight, but everybody remember Christmas at the jail on the 24th of December, 4 to 6 p.m. I think we're going to have at least 2 Santa Clauses there to greet the young kids when they come out of the jail. We've connected up with the jail with Sheriff Gonzalez himself, and this will be the 5th time it'll be done. And Mike Allen is the energy behind that whole effort. So anybody who wants to come out and participate in that, it's really wonderful. And these kids come out, they're not expecting anything like that. And there's a Santa Claus to give them a nice gift after they've been inside visiting their family member. So people should keep that in mind.
While I'm thinking of it, there's also on December 16th, there's the KPFT in mass incarceration holiday meet and greet. And anybody with an interest in getting involved with it can come out there, at 7 p.m. to El Che Cafe on 3100 McKinney Street and find out more details.
Is there a flyer on that or some other information you could send me I could distribute around?
KPFT Holiday Meet and Greet within Mass Incarceration Houston on Facebook.
Okay, great. I'll get it.
Excellent. All right.
Thanks.
Well,
thanks for everything you're doing. Your guests tonight were fantastic.
Thank you. Well,
not including myself.
Including yourself. I include you.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Take care, everybody.
And I'll be hosting that event. I found out the other day. So.
Oh, super.
Yeah.
All right.
So you know how cool it's going to be now.
Now, yeah, sure cool. It'll be like $1 million, right?
Like every day. Yeah. All right, Dave. Thank you so much.
Take care.
All right, you too.
Muy buenas noches, soy Daniel, os hablo desde KPFT 90.1 desde Houston, Montrose. Os voy a leer hoy un artículo que ha salido en El Mundo de Austin y San Antonio, con el título Llegaron pidiendo asilo político, pero mujeres cubanas padecen condiciones carcelarias. Os voy a hablar de esto porque el tema de la inmigración nos interesa mucho. El tema de la inmigración que se sobrepone a la cárcel todavía más. 13 mujeres cubanas de entre 21 y 58 años de edad llegaron a Laredo a finales de agosto pasado, solicitando asilo político. Sin embargo, fueron trasladadas al Don Hatter Residential Center. Casi de inmediato, como consecuencia de los destrozos provocados por el huracán Harvey, todas fueron trasladadas a instalaciones correccionales de Pensilvania. Los representantes de estas mujeres aseguran que éstas no tienen antecedentes penales y que han pasado sus entrevistas personales para comprobar el requisito de miedo creíble, por lo que deberían estar en libertad, como los familiares que las acompañan cuando llegaron a este país. Los familiares de las detenidas solicitaron ayuda a Cuba Libre Foundation, que comenzó sus actividades el 18 de enero de este año, del 2017. Apenas el presidente Obama declaró, la cancelación de la política pies secos, pies mojados. Esta organización brinda comida, refugio, ropa y asistencia legal a los cubanos varados en las ciudades fronterizas. ICE las colocó en instalaciones correccionales sin la posibilidad de salir. La cárcel de York, en Pensilvania, alquila un espacio a ICE y la liberación de las mujeres les haría perder dinero. ICE cobra $164 por día al gobierno federal por cada inmigrante detenido, pero como el centro de York no tiene suficientes detenidos, se les hace difícil seguir cobrando ese dinero. Esto es lo que comenta para El Mundo Newspaper María Fundora, presidente de Cuba Libre Foundation, y agrega: lo que están pidiendo las mujeres es libertad condicional para que puedan preparar su defensa legal antes de presentarse en un tribunal de inmigración en el estado en el que viven sus familias. Ellas no representan un peligro para la comunidad y no existe el temor de que abandonen el país antes de sus audiencias en la corte, debido a que están solicitando asilo político. Quienes luchan por la liberación de estas mujeres aseguran que estas son víctimas de hostigamiento y de amenazas por parte de los guardias. Ellas han sido observadas mientras usan el inodoro en sus celdas y mientras se duchan por un guardia que no anunció su presencia, tal como lo requieren las regulaciones. Cuando ellas se quejaron con su abogado, los directivos de la cárcel las amenazaron con aislarlas por cada queja que sea presentada ante el juez, asegura Fundora. Por su parte, Mitchell Laird, abogado de las 13 mujeres cubanas detenidas, no quiso dar detalles de los casos de sus patrocinadas, pero afirmó que el oficial a cargo del centro de detención de Pensilvania no tiene interés en dejarlas en libertad. Desde que la política de pies secos, pies mojados fue eliminada por Obama, ahora es complicado para los cubanos obtener una liberación bajo palabra, parole. Cada prisión tiene diferentes políticas y Texas tiene mucha gente en sus centros de detención, por lo que tienen que dejar ir a la gente. Pero eso no pasa en otros estados del país. Durante la administración Bush se acordó que todos los detenidos por inmigración debían afrontar sus casos en prisión, para así acelerar el proceso. En Pensilvania tienen mucho espacio para los detenidos, por lo que esperan que todos cumplan con sus procesos migratorios en la cárcel. También depende de qué tan accesible es cada oficial a cargo de los centros de detención. Hay quienes quieren ayudar a que los detenidos salgan de las cárceles lo antes posible, y hay quienes no tienen prisa, como es el caso del oficial McPherson de Pensilvania, explica Fundora. Bueno, y con esto os dejamos, os damos las buenas noches, esperemos que vosotros que estáis ahí entre los barrotes lleguéis a ver a vuestros familiares y a vuestros amigos en estos días de fiesta cuando se acerca la Navidad. Muy buenas noches a todos. This is Daniel for the Prison Show. Back to the studio.
All right. I've got a quick shout-out I need to give. Hey, Big Will. Billy is listening, but his new Skype account is apparently not completely set up yet. So he's listening, but I doubt if he'll be able to call in tonight. Anyway, that's my 2 cents worth as far as that goes. And
hey, you ain't gonna miss me this Christmas. No, you don't give a damn where I am. I'm stuck in county jail in Minneapolis, just waiting on my Christmas beans and ham. Like the jailbird that misses the jailer, and the warden misses if he'd let us go. Hey, you miss me just like they miss mistletoe on death row. That's right. A Christmas card from you, darling, telling me you found somebody new. You said you're taking her kids, moving up to Arlen. well, I guess I shouldn't expect any less of you. Like the jailbird that misses his jailer, and the warden Mississippi let us go. Oh, you miss me just like they miss mistletoe on death row. Oh, you miss me just like they miss mistletoe on death row. They don't miss mistletoe on death row.
Family Houston is a nonprofit organization that provides mental health counseling for children in the greater Houston area. Family Houston's counseling program helps children manage negative feelings before they interfere with school or lead to risky behaviors. Appointments can be made in English or Spanish by calling 713-861-4849. For more information, email media@familyhouston.org or visit us online at familyhouston.org. KPFT Houston.
One world home for everyone. One dream, one song heard by everyone.
Fair housing. It's not an option, it's the law. The Houston-Galveston Area Council reminds you that the Federal Fair Housing Act makes it illegal to discriminate based on race, color, national origin, sex, disability, or family status when selling or renting housing. Complaints and concerns should be addressed to the Office of Housing and Urban Development. Call 1-800-669-9777 or visit www.hud.gov/fairhousing. KPFT Houston.
Okay, I think we're ready for some calls now.
Yes, we are.
Okay, Guadalupe from Mexico City, you are on the air.
Sí, buenas noches. Quiero mandar un saludo para Jan Ramírez. Hola, hijo. Te mando muchos saludos y abrazos, esperando que te encuentres bien y que ya te hayas aliviado de tu oído. También deseo que hayas tenido una buena semana, ¿verdad? Y que todo esté bien, y que también te deseo que tengas un buen fin de semana y que no estés pasando frío, porque Melissa me dijo que allá cayó nieve, y sí estuve viendo, y también allá por Victoria, por allá por arriba, también vi que está todo nevado, ¿verdad? Y espero que no esté frío allí donde estás tú. Pues nosotros estamos bien aquí, ya sabes, trabajando, porque es la temporada de Navidad. Aquí se trabaja todos los días en ese tiempo, porque hay que aprovechar, porque después queda solito y ya no hay nada. Pero nosotros estamos muy bien, gracias a Dios. También quiero decirte que hoy estoy platicando con Karen, y que los slips, mándale unos a Becky si quieres, y hay que me los cuide. Y también esta Karen te manda muchos saludos, hijo, y me dijo que te dijera que te quiere mucho. Así que échale muchas ganas, mijo, y cuídese, ¿verdad? Y no pierda la esperanza, la fe en Dios, y sabe que Él es su único camino. Así que, sí. Así que muchas gracias. Adiós, mijo. Hasta pronto. Va.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Janie from Houston, you're on the air.
Hi, this message is going out for Jeremy at the Polanski unit. It's been a really bad week all the way around. I don't know if you got my letter or not, letting you know that my nephew had passed away. And so we're kind of dealing with that right now and everything. the last letter I got from you was yesterday, and that was your last Thursday on the 30th letter and all that. So we're kind of like a week behind and all that. So I didn't get nothing today. So hopefully I'll get something tomorrow. Other than that, we're just hanging in there trying to get through everything and be there for my sister and all. Other than that, I'm okay. I did hear about Jacob and all this. I don't know if you did or not, but I just don't know what to say on that part. But I guess he asked his family to move in with him and all. And so, like I said, I really don't know what to say. But I'll let you go. I'm not in the mood right now. We're dealing with a lot and everything. But I was just trying to check in with you and let you know what letter I had received from you and all. And but I'll talk to you later. Thank you.
Thank you, Janie.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, Bella from North Carolina, you're on the air.
Thank you. Hey, Jedediah. Hey, baby, I love you and miss you, but I'll be there soon. And we are snowed in, which I'm sure you probably already knew, but it's okay because it's supposed to warm up tomorrow. And our internet was down earlier. I was wanting to listen to Schaefer's argument, but I couldn't. But it came back up, and I've listened to half of it, and I'll finish listening to it after the show if I still have internet, which I hope I really, really do, because it was so fascinating to listen to. It was beyond anything I could have imagined, and so I'm a happy camper tonight, baby, despite being snowed in. McCara's spending the night with our little ones, so I made them homemade vegetable soup and homemade orange Danish buns, and it's safe to say they have full tummies. I cooked chicken for Ren and Red, so they're happy and sound asleep, and Tinker, I think, is the only one left in the house that's up with me, but he's stayed in Bath, so I want you to know I'm feeling so much better, Jedediah. I'm just about over strep throat, so I just have a few more days. Well, actually, I have several more days on my antibiotics, but I'm good. And I'll be leaving on Monday to Manhattan. My flight leaves Charlotte, baby, at 1 o'clock, and I'll touch down in New York at 3. Well, actually, I'll touch down in Newark and then just take the town car through the tunnel into the city. And I want you to know I have a town car already lined up, baby, and it's the same company I used last time. So I have everything planned out, and I'll be safe and sound, and I'll send you some postcards. And that's about it. That's about it for around here. So you take care and stay safe for me, and I'll see you soon. I love you, Jedediah. Night-night and sweet dreams. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. You have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, and we have someone in the studio named Ryan Casty. Ryan, you want to give a shout-out?
Yeah. Hello. How y'all doing?
Please talk in the mic.
I'd like to give a shout-out to all my brothers on the High Tower unit. Joe, Big Country, all my old friends. Life's good out here, Y'all keep your head up. I could tell you all night long what not to do. So, be prepared. Some of you guys that's been in there a while, it's changed, It can be overwhelming. Although it's exciting. I'm happy to be out, and I'd like to see y'all join me. Just keep your heads up, and this too shall pass. You'll be out here one day, and hopefully I'll see you guys. Y'all take care. I hope you have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Ryan.
No problem.
Yes.
And we're happy you're out, too. Okay.
Clarence from San Angelo, you're on the air.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Hi, we're doing fine. How are you?
Well, I'm making it from day to day.
Well, I hope you're feeling okay.
Oh, I feel pretty good today. I went and did my speech I had last Friday, so I had talked to the community in San Angelo.
Yeah, we missed you last Friday.
Yeah, I had to go give us a talk. I told them I wasn't going to be calling last week, so
Yeah, we knew.
I hope everybody's listening today. I act like I was Ray Hill today, too, because Friday when I talked to him, too, I laid it all on the table.
That's good.
I didn't pull no punches. I called a shot. I know Ray would have been proud of him if he could have been here.
He sure would have.
You know the only sad part about it?
What?
I was born and raised here in San Angelo, and when I got ready to come home, there were 4 of us in the car, and all 4 of us got lost. I got home about 15 minutes to 1, me and my wife, my mother-in-law, and my cousin. So it was a trip.
Things change. They really do.
I mean, San Angelo blew up. But I had to call my boys. I was listening to the show up until about 30 minutes ago. All of a sudden, it just cut off. I don't know what the deal happened, so I'm going to try to learn how to get it better on the radio. Let me holler at my boys.
Okay.
Old Clarence Brown, old San Antonio Barnes, old King, Spriggs, all you brothers there. I want you to know that I'm thinking about y'all, man. You know, I'm taking it one day at a time, just like that brother said just got off for me. You know, it's beautiful out here, man, but it is fast, fast, fast. Old Polo and Curry, and y'all wasn't kidding when y'all told me about how fast it was. And I believe it's faster than what y'all told me it was. But I'm taking it one day at a time. Hopefully the good Lord bring me on through the rest of the way. Lord, I miss you boys, but I ain't letting it come back. I don't want to even come that way. I don't even want to fly to Houston. I said if I ever caught me a plane flying across the state of Texas, I was going to eat me a box of X-Lax first. But I want you to fellas know I'm thinking about y'all, man. And I'm trying to get things together out here. And Ray, Hank, and Mysterious Mike, I got y'all on my mind too, man. I'm thinking about all of y'all. Well, I'm going to try to get me a little rest now. Call it a night.
Okay.
Y'all take care down there. Y'all keep up the good work.
Take it easy. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Clarence.
All right. Good night.
Wanted to remind everyone that on Christmas night, we're having a Christmas show from 9 p.m. till 12 p.m. You'll be able to call in. That is Christmas night from 9 p.m. till midnight. You can give us a call here. We'll be answering the phones. That'll be Ray Hill, Hank, David, Dee Dee, and the whole prison gang will be right here answering the phones for you. Okay, next we have Peachy from Ohio. You're calling for the Coalfield unit.
Yes, I want to give a shout out to Mad Mark, and his birthday is coming up on December 19th. He'll be 40, so I'm hoping some of the guys in there might make him a little special birthday cake out of a honey bun or something. So that's about it. Love you, Mark, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Peachy. Have a good evening.
Uh-huh.
Good night. Rosie from Hungerford, you're on the line. Hello?
I'd like to give a shout out to Troy and the Biloxi unit. Merry Christmas, son. I love you. Hang in there. Things change every day, so don't give up. I was thinking about you, and I remember the time that all you kids went. We lived in Oregon, and all you kids went up into the woods and found Bigfoot's footprints. You really thought it was Bigfoot, all of you, and you were scared, and everybody ran home. That was good times back then, and they will be again. The Lord changes everything, so hang on and hang in. I love you. And Merry Christmas. I have to cut this short because I'm really sick. But I love you, and I'll never forget you. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, and thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Brienne from Toronto, you are on the air.
Hi, I'd like to do a shout-out for Romero Gonzalez at the Polensky unit. Hello, Romero. I got in really early tonight. I didn't get to listen to the show because Simon needed me to tuck him in for a fourth time. But I have been watching the weather report, and snow. That's crazy. And we don't have any here right now, so that might be a first. But I got your letter last week, and yes, I will send a package off to your special person, and that's going to go out on Monday. And Isaiah was asking me if Santa was actually going to go visit you, and whether there were chimneys for him to get down to get to where you are. So that was an interesting conversation that I'll write to you about in my next JPay. But I hope that you are well. I hope you're staying warm, and I will be in touch again very soon. Okay, bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay, now we've got Tiffany.
Hi, this
Austin.
is Tiffany calling for Rodney Reed. Hey, Rodney. Hope you're doing well and staying warm. I spoke with your mom yesterday, and I understand. And Mom is doing okay. She is very sad, and she was getting a house ready for him. Hospice.
Okay, Tiffany, you're breaking up a little bit.
Okay, let me go someplace else. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. So should I start over?
Yeah, go ahead and start over.
Okay. So, Rodney Reed, this is Tiffany calling from Austin. Hope you're doing well and staying warm. Things here are pretty good. I talked to your mom yesterday. I understand Quincy saw you today and told you about your uncle. So, of course, your mom is very sad about her brother, but she's grateful that he's coming home. She was with hospice yesterday getting the house ready for him to come and spend his final days with her. And I sent you a JPay with the information that you need for the visitor list. So look for that to come through. And I hope you're warm enough and comfortable. And, you know, Rodney, just keep the faith and know that you're cared about and you're loved. And you've got a lot of people out here praying for you and lifting you up. And I'll take care of your mom, and I'll talk to you soon. And thank you, everybody in the studio, for letting us make these calls. And, Rodney, I'll talk to you soon. Okay. Good night, you guys.
Good night, Tiffany.
Good night. Okay, Miranda from Dan, Texas. You are calling for the Polensky unit?
Yes. This shout out is for Randy Way. I'm just calling to let you know that I love you, and me and Jonah will be there tomorrow. And I let Kara and Kayla and Madison know that they could shout out too, but I'll talk to you about that tomorrow. And Madison, she might be trying to get through. I don't know. I love you, and I sent you snail mail instead of JPay since you weren't getting them. I sent you one JPay this week, but I hope you got them. And I heard this quote on a song, and it says, "We are no longer a slave to fear. We are children of God." And I just love you, and I hope that you're awake so you can hear this. And I guess that's all I got to say. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? I love you, babe. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You too.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay, we have some open lines now. Give us a call, 713-526-5738. Okay, Lydia from McAllen, you are on the air.
Yes, hi, good evening. Hello, Papacito. I just wanted to let you know that, we were blessed with some snow today. And you should have seen everybody. We were going crazy here in the valley. But snowed for from about 7 o'clock to about 11. See the snow coming down, and it started melting around noon, and the sun came out this evening. But we're still cold. I think we're in the 50s. I think 50s or 40s tonight. But it was really pretty. It was I think Houston got snow too. I don't know if you got any there, but it was really nice to get snow. I sent you a JP on Thursday, and I have received 2 Richard Pryor DVDs and 2 Nice Dreams DVDs, along with some animal stickers and dinosaur encyclopedia and a 1,000 Christmas stickers, it says, and then some animal encyclopedia and the dinosaur encyclopedia. So I have three of these books. So let me know where this is going to. Or I thought they were books. Came in some big package, but it's not books. Okay. So let me know who these are for, so I can put them together. Okay. Okay, mijito, I love you and I miss you. And I think it's looking more like the 27th, 28th, or 28th, 29th. I'll be going up so that Janie and Dom can come with me. Okay? I love you. And I miss you, puppy. Oh, and also, there is a book. The Sellout, a novel. I almost forgot that one. Okay? But I do have a book here. Okay? Bueno, es todo, papacito. And my saludos to the guys. You know who you are. Know that you're thought of. And that you're in our prayers. Okay? I love you and good night. Just keep warm, Papi. Okay, good night. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. You have a good evening.
You too, ma'am. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, Philip from Dallas, you are on the air.
Thank you. How are you this evening?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm hanging in here, blessed. I want to give a big thanks and a hello to David and to Hank, wherever you are tonight. I miss you. And also a special hello to Uncle Ray. This is for Dan, my man, my best friend ever. Honey, I got your letter, and I hope you're feeling much better by now. I do think that you are on the right track with the sleep apnea, and there is absolutely no wonder you stay tired. There is those horrible bunks with no pillows, those lousy excuses for a sheet, and much less, I would say, a basic blanket, really. Enough said on that. Anyway, anywho, I was at a friend's new store called the Commissary in downtown Dallas. It is absolutely beautiful. Last week, why I could not call in. So don't worry about me, honey. I couldn't call. There was probably 1,200 people in there. The music was so loud I couldn't even hear myself think, but it was wonderful. It is the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker all under one roof, and the building is art in and of itself. Anyway, I got your letter, and I called Nick. I left a voicemail. It was at 4:06 this afternoon, and I'm sure they were all gone from the office by then. Anyway, I will call back. Other than that, I have had a slight migraine all day, but I think it's much better, and I'm praying for you. I appreciate you, and I wish you were here with me so that we could go to Heather's next party is a tamale making thing on the 17th. and I thought of you. So, darling, just know that you're in my thoughts and my prayers. Keep your head held high, your chin up, and know that God is right there with you. You're on the right track. You stay with it. I'm proud of you. God bless you. Thank you all. Happy holidays, everyone.
Same to you, Philip. You have a good evening.
You too. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Wanted to remind everyone, telephone lines are open, 713-526-5738. And we have Donna here in the studio. She wants to give a shout out.
Hey, Talon, it's me. Surprise, I'm here. No, I'm kidding. I don't have much to tell you since I saw you like a couple hours ago, but I miss you already. And I wanted to tell you that I talked to your daughter, and she said that she has not sent you any pictures. So, because, I told her that I would send them for her. So she did not send you any except the ones that she sent in JPay. But I told her not to waste her stamps because they're small and the quality is bad and so forth. So I'll send you the new pictures on Monday. Yeah, I'll send them on Monday and some other stuff. But you have a good weekend. I'm not going to talk for long, even though there's nobody on hold. So maybe I will, because usually when I have to call like 140 times. And my phone goes berserk, like, what are we doing? But anyway, you told me not to sing, so can't do that. Even though I have a studio mic right in front of me. Hello. But anyway.
And you could sing.
I could, but I have orders.
When do we ever follow orders?
I listen very well.
You do?
Yes, I do.
I know a few people wish that I would, but I don't. But
as always, was beautiful seeing you, and it went by too fast, of course, and I'll be back as soon as I can. In the meantime, be cool. Try not to take any heads off. Cut them some slack. Christmas is coming and all that good stuff. And have fun. Have fun this weekend. And I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Well, that was short and sweet. And I got a real short one for Juan Castillo. Karen wanted me to make sure that you knew she got the document and she mailed it to Arizona for you on your behalf. So she wanted to make sure you got that message. Hope you're listening. If someone's by him, can you make sure that he gets that? And I think Miss Linda has some shout-outs.
Yeah, I've got a few here. Okay, first, this is for Eugene Broxton, your sweet wife Nadine. She said, "Hello, my boo. Probably surprised to get a quick message from your knucklehead wife. Laugh out loud. Just to let you know, I'm missing you like crazy. That's where love drives you sometimes. Just teasing for sure. But, boo, I can't wait to be back, my love. I just can't wait, and you know I love you with all my heart, mind, and soul, boo. Have a great evening tonight. I will be in Liz McComb Gospel Concert in church. I think about you. I just love you, my husband. Yours forever, Shorty B." Okay, and Larry Barker, Danielle and I received your letter. Very sweet, and we will answer you soon. Yes, it was very nice.
Very sweet.
And now I guess my main shout-outs here go to the Plinsky unit. John Hummel, Blaine Milam, had a great visit with you today. Elijah Jobert, Anthony Shore, Larry Swearinger, Perry Williams, Perry Austin, Eric Davila. Will Spear had a great visit with you yesterday. John Ramirez had a great visit with you today. Irving Davis, Robert Frada, Jaime Cole, John Rubio, Danny Bible, Eugene Broxton, Billy Wardlow, Fabian Hernandez, Michael Gonzalez, Abel Ochoa, Patrick Murphy, Daniel Acker, Tony Medina, Federico Valdez, Milton Gobert, Carlos Trevino, Ronald Powell, Dennis Hope, Stephen Russell, Fernando Patino, Greg Gomez, Jason Hernandez, Benito, Derek Gales, and Rubio. Stephen Long had a great visit. I'm having a great visit with you tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Casul had a great visit with you yesterday. David Wood, Carlos Bouchette, Chucky, Wendy on Sanders. I've got some orders for you. I'll talk to you later about that. Vincent Baker, Jesse Hill, Kenneth Keeble, Joe Escobedo, Terry Milligan, Rosendo Rodriguez, Beretta, Douglas Armstrong, Michael Winfrey, Antonio Mathis. Rasheen Robinson wants to shout out to Glenn A.T.L. Gordon, Lawrence Owen Akins, Nunu, Cody Easter, Wayne Jackson, Lionel Atkins, Alva McGrath, Terry Wilkins, Tanny Wilkerson, Harvey Fortune, John Millette wants to shout out to all IWW members in Pack 1. James Swarthart, Ray, Christopher Dye, Jeff Andrizak, Jason Williams, and MG. Javier Mayorga, Jimmy Carrington, Adam Wilkerson, Stephen Duke, Jeffrey Wallace, and Robert Shepard. And James Shepard. Angel Stolas, Salvador Urate, Samuel Solomon, Albert Davis, Chris Wright, Arthur Murphy. Guy Alexander, my little brother. I hope you're doing great at the WIN unit. Your friends Rooster, JC, Dirty, JR, Zigzag, Cowboy, Woody, and Woo Woo. J. Doug, John Boy, Sean, Roadrunner, Wes, Truck Driver, Randy, and Jesse. And Colton, I'm so glad you got to the Ramsey 1 unit. I understand you have a television to watch. I think that's awesome. And you have a great night. Frederick Washington, Bill Sims, David Barbie, and James Shepard. Okay, guys, you'll have a great week, and I'll be coming to visit tomorrow night. Good night.
Okay, now we have some phone calls. We've got Brad from Toronto. You are on the air.
Hey, how's it going?
Just fine. How are you?
Doing great. This shout-out is for Cornell at the Polonsky unit. Just calling to say hello. Hope you're doing well. Haven't gotten any mail from you since the last major thing in your case, and hoping to get some mail soon, watching the mailbox all the time. Keeping you in my thoughts and prayers, praying for you and a bunch of the others every single evening. Love you lots, and talk to you later. Bye for now. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Miss Nancy from Sulphur Springs, you are on the air.
Thank you so much. Hello, Daniel. This is Mama, and I love you with all my heart. And I was sure happy to get 2 letters from you this past week. And I wrote your letter and mailed it today. And I will be mailing you those pictures come Monday of the nativity scene, and also I'll try to get some. Well, I have some more together, but maybe I'll get some at the Christmas dinner. It's coming Sunday night, and everybody, as far as I know, is doing all right. I haven't talked to anybody lately besides Zanella, and she said to be sure and tell you hello for her, and she loves you, and I just, it was 25 degrees here last night, and it's supposed to be 28 tonight, so that's plenty cool, and I'm glad it's a dry cold, though. There's no wet, no rain or anything. And just keep writing to me and keep me in your prayers, and you're in my prayers, and I love you with all my heart, and I'll say good night for now and talk to you next time, and thank y'all, everybody, on KPFT.
Good night, Nancy.
Good night.
Peggy from Louisiana, you're on the phone.
All righty. This is Peggy, Hank's girlfriend. It's my first time to call. Hank's out and about driving his Uncle Roger around. He's going to have surgery on the 11th, so Hank's taking care of him. Todd, we got your Christmas card today. Thank you very much. Hank's on different line work and is doing good at his job at John Deere. He's coming to Louisiana for Christmas, and I'm excited. I just put up a tree. We're eating at my house, and he's requested lots of meat. Our Rottweilers, Trudy and Jade, are growing and learning. My dog Jade got to sniff a dead wild hog today on our walk. We have snow down here, but they have very little up in Wisconsin, so that's kind of odd. And I'm going back up to Wisconsin toward the end of January, and I hope I don't run into any blizzards. And I would like to thank y'all for being there for the people that listen. I know it was important to Hank on Fridays while he was incarcerated, and he plans to see y'all at the station right after Christmas. So
Awesome.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas to you, too, and we're looking forward to seeing y'all.
Okay, not me. I'm
Not-
going to take care of the dogs at home.
Oh, okay.
Okay, y'all take care. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Patrick from Nacogdoches, you are on the air.
Hi, Ed. This is the first time I can ever remember calling your show, and I don't know if your show is available in Gatesville or not, but in case it is, I wanted to send a shout-out to the love of my life, Amber McIntyre. She's at the Crane Unit's Riverside Satellite Camp. I'll say I love you, baby, and I always will. And I also wanted to send a shout-out to the rest of the TDCJ population, to my brothers and sisters in white. Keep your heads up. I'm sure things will get better.
Well, thank you, Patrick.
No problem. Y'all have a nice night.
You too.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Night.
Rebecca from Brownsville, you're on the air.
Hi, this is for John Ramirez. Hey, John, ¿cómo estás? Espero que estés bien. Nosotros estamos bien, un poco de frío aquí. Hay un poquito de nieve en la morning. So the kids are playing over there. And aquí está Melissa, que lo voy a pasar para que te salude. Hope you have a good day and hope to hear from you soon. And take care, okay? Bye. Bueno, entonces, espero que hayas tenido una buena semana. Como dijo Becky, tan queer, pero tuvimos nieve hace muchos años, en el 2004 cayó nieve. Esta mañana amaneció bien fría y con nieve otra vez. Los niños obligadamente tuvieron que ir a la escuela. Ya para la tarde ya no hubo nieve. Los niños ya cuando salieron de la escuela pues ya no pudieron jugar, pero fue algo bonito al amanecer. Te queremos, te extrañamos. Te vamos a mandar ya tus tarjetas navideñas y un dinerito para que te compres algo. Ok, te queremos mucho y esperemos que recibas tu dinero pronto y te escribiremos tus cartas. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Thank you. Okay, Farron, I hope you're listening. I got a shout out for you from your wife, Sandra. Evidently you haven't been writing. Okay, hi, husband. Hope all is well with you and you're enjoying the snow. Hot tea works well to keep warm, I should know. Very busy here with work. Mail is slow, but getting through. Have a good weekend, and remember always that I love you. And she put these little hearts all at the end. So she loves you very much, even though you're not writing. So what's up, Farron? Why aren't you writing? Get to writing. Okay, we've got some more calls. Patricia from San Antonio, you are on the air.
Hi, my name is Patricia. This is the first time that I've ever called, and I just want to thank you for this. I am an ex-offender, but I do prison ministry now. But my son is incarcerated at the Briscoe unit, and also my fiance. And I got a call from them yesterday saying that the heaters aren't on. And so I called Lieutenant Rodriguez at the Briscoe unit yesterday, and he assured me that they were going to be put on. When I called again, or when my loved one called me again today, they told me that there's now mist coming in their cells, which is producing ice, so it's almost like a freezer in their cells. And several of the dorms, their heaters are not on yet. So I'm really concerned about that. So I've called a couple of times again today. If anybody's at the Briscoe unit or have family members at the Briscoe unit, if they can just call and just let them know that they need these heaters on because it's really, really cold.
Do you have the phone number for the Briscoe unit on hand?
I do. If you give me a quick second. I know I posted on Facebook a couple of...
Oh, okay. Was that you on our Facebook?
I think so. It's the phone number is 830-965-4444. And like I said, I spoke to Lieutenant Rodriguez last night and again today. And he assured me that he was personally going to go down there today, but that was a couple of hours ago. And when I hung up with my fiance at 10 o'clock, he still hadn't gone down there.
Okay. So I have the numbers 830-965-4444.
That is correct.
Okay. Well, we will, I'm sure I'll give them a call later, and maybe Miss Linda will give them a call. And that's at the Briscoe unit, no heaters. And you spoke
No
with
heaters.
You spoke with Lieutenant Rodriguez.
That's correct.
Okay, well, we'll see what we can do for you.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate you guys so much.
All right, thank you. You have a good evening.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Maria from New York, you are on the air.
Hey, good evening.
Good evening.
So this is a shout out to Obi. I hope your body day practice was solid today. And you asked about this day, so it's a day that commemorates our body, Siddhartha Gautama's enlightenment, or body as it's called in Sanskrit. So good stuff. I'll be sitting tomorrow and Sunday, 8 to 9 a.m. your time. And I am building towards the 108 Surya Namaskars for real, so step it up. Last week it wasn't JD, it was Nahko, and right now if you can hear anything in the background, it's Michael Kiwanuka. Today was like Christmas because I had 6 letters in mail, and yeah, it's supposed to snow here tomorrow. I hope everyone's warm. And what else? Tomorrow at 3 p.m. your time, I'm going to my Rumi Word appointment, so stay tuned. And just be well, stay blessed, and stay warm, and goodness to everyone who's tuned in tonight. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Cathy from Fort Worth, you're on the air.
Hi, this is Cathy, and my shout-out is to Randy Strickland on the Polinsky unit. Oh, and I forgot to say, thanks, you guys. This show's amazing.
Thank you.
Randy, I love you so much, and I'm so sad that we don't have our visits right now, or that I can't come visit right now. And, you know, I think about you all the time, and I just want to encourage you to stay faithful and to just keep walking the walk that you know that's right in your heart. You're a testament and encouraging to other men there. I know you touch a lot of people's lives. I'm so lucky that you came back into my life, and I don't know how I made it to 16 years without you. It was one tragedy after another, and I just think that that we both just need to stay positive. And when I think about you, or when I hear songs, the song that is really meaningful to me right now is the new Tim and Faith Hill song, The Rest of Our Lives. So my last saying to you, so you can be super embarrassed in front of your friends there, you're stuck with me for life because someday I'll be your wife. I love you so much. And thank y'all again for this show. And I just want to encourage anybody that's getting out. I don't want to embarrass him and tell anybody how many felonies I have, but I've been out for 13 years. I've been in trouble once, and I have a job. But I just want to encourage people getting out. It's really all about how you present yourself, and that first thought, and that first way that you start your day off sets your day, and every single day sets your life. Thank y'all so much. I love you, Randy.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Shirley from Longview, you are on the air.
Hi, how is everyone?
We're doing good. How are you?
Just fine. Finally getting some of this crud busted up, I guess. I just wanted to call and tell my son Blaine in Polonsky how much I love him. Love and miss you, Blaine, and I'm going to see what I can do about coming up with money. Put on your books, okay? And I know it's a little early because your birthday's not till Tuesday, but I'm going to go ahead and wish you a happy birthday because I won't be there. I'm going to try to come up there Saturday and see you. This coming up Saturday, next Saturday. But I love and miss you, and you do have a happy birthday as well as can be expected. Okay? Here's your sister.
Hey, Blaine, I love and miss you. Happy early birthday. I hope you have a good one, like Mama said, to be expected. Just keep your head held high and keep praying, and things will get better. I love and miss you so much.
And I'll try to get your birthday cards in the mail soon, okay? So you stay in there and you hold your head up. And you pray as I do for you, okay? I love you. And thank you guys so much.
Good night, Shirley. You have a wonderful son.
Oh, thank you very much.
I enjoyed my visit with him today.
I appreciate that so much. I'm glad you did. He sits back there and worries about everybody else but himself.
I know, but he sure likes to eat. He sure ate a lot today. He said he was hungry.
He probably was hungry if he didn't have no money Friday.
Well, I fed him good, so he should be well for a while.
Well, that's good. Maybe he'll sleep good tonight.
He will.
I hope so. Thank you so much for that.
Okay, Shirley.
I appreciate it very much.
You have a good evening. Okay, I think we have Di that wants to give a shout out.
I hope this finds you all doing well and feeling fine. I have a few shout outs tonight. First is to Gabriel at Polensky. I always enjoy our visits, and I'll see you again on Tuesday. I received a letter from you today. Thanks again for the new photos. I have a shout out for Virginia and Big Will at Polensky. I have a shout out for Stephen Sandblom at Darrington and Matthew Otherman at Ramsey too. As always, peace and love to all who hear this as well as those who don't.
All
okay,
right.
Miriam, you're on the air from McAllen.
Yes. From Corpus Christi.
Oh, Corpus Christi. Oh, okay. I can't hardly read that far away.
That's okay. That's okay. Is it okay if I sound my shofar real quick?
Sure. Go ahead. We got plenty of time.
Oh, good. Thanks. Okay. Okay, here we go. I'm blowing. Thank you. I want to shout out to several of the guys. Wish them a happy Hanukkah coming up this week on Tuesday. And also to John Ramirez on death row. Most of all, David, I know he doesn't have a radio anymore, but please tell him that I need to talk to him in the mornings. I know you guys do. He tells me you let him know that he needs to call home. They took his phone away at Shakedown this last time. So, but I'd also like to shout out to Carl Curry, Jimmy Todd, Greg, TJ Hernandez, and the others in the 8 building, Trotter and Bullet. I'm sure there's other guys, too, that know me, but I don't know your names. But, thanks. I'm sorry? Okay. I'd like to shout out to some of the guys at the WIN unit, Mace and Wade, and Joe Gonzalez and Domingo. Thanks for everything, for the cards and everything you've sent me before. John Teague at the PAC unit, and Jerry Tuarte at the Styles unit. Daniel Wooten has been moved, so I don't know if he can hear the radio station anymore. But, David, I love you, and I'll talk to you soon, but there's been a change in Sunday's visit, so give me a call. It's been a busy week, but it's been a good week, so. Is it okay if I sing the Aaronic Blessing?
Yes, go ahead. We got plenty of time.
Thank you. And it's from Numbers 6:22 through 27, where Adonai, the Father, told Moses to tell Aaron to say this over the people so that he would put his name on his people. And it's, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. And the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you his peace, his shalom. Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmarecha.
Yair Adonai panav elecha v'hunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Thank you guys for having this radio station so we can call in to our loved ones.
Good night,
David,
Marion.
David, I love you, and I will talk to you soon. I don't know what we're going to do about Sunday, but anyway, thank you for the program, guys, and God bless you all.
Thank you.
And happy holidays. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, Mike, I think you have a shout-out.
Hello, this is Mysterious Mike for the Historic Prison Show. I'd like to do some shout-outs. The guys of Texas, Guy Alexander, Jamie Cuppett, Dennis Hope, Stephen Russell, Yovan in Spring Branch, Philip in Dallas, K Money in Houston, Philip Perez in Houston. Carla Rivera wants me to shout out to Alex Molina at the Telford unit, Bonton Mickey in Houston. Tasha wants me to do a shout out to Rita Estrada. Also a shout out to Ty Burns. I'd like to do a shout out to Michael Marino and Manuel Marino at the Eastham and Estelle unit. A shout out to Michelle Bateman, DJ Doc, DJ Matt, DJ Thomas, DJ Oz, Frank Klepper at the Gory unit, Haas, Danger, Lucky, Jive and Jimmy. Shout out to Edward Ruiz at the Carol Vance unit, Barry Barrett at the Gory unit, Michael S. Garcia at the Ferguson unit, F. Bernard at the Darrington unit, Howard S. Pruitt at the Polunsky unit, Jose Herrera, Juan F. Carlos Esparza Jr. I'd like to do a shout-out to Robert L. Allen at the Darrington unit, Abel Ochio at the Polunsky unit, Wayman Spriggs at the Polunsky unit, Mark Holloway at the Luther unit, Thomas Ramirez at the Polunsky unit, K.D. Kebbel at the Polunsky unit, Adam Wilkerson at the Luther unit, Robert Satillo at the Wynn unit, Edward Darrell Harmon at the Polunsky unit, John R. Green at the Terrell unit, Christopher Dye at the Darrington unit. Special shout-out to Clarence Lee Bowman, and a shout-out to Bill R. Sims at the Wynn unit. Also a shout-out to Anthony Neeland in Austin, Texas. Y'all can continue to write me, Mike Lewis, 419 Levitt Boulevard, Houston, Texas, 77006. And now back to the host of the Prison Show.
Thanks, Mike. And I want to say real quick, got some letters this week. William Rayford, I did hear back from you. Hope you got that information back. Abel Ochoa, heard back from you. Glad you got that information. And Charles Flores, I did get your letter, and bring it on. Looking forward to hearing from you. And now we're welcoming David into the studio.
Yeah, I was checking to see if Mike had my mic up or not. He's always over there playing on his phone, texting Dean Becker.
We have another call, too.
Hey, we got another caller. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Tiara from Orange, you are on the air.
Hello. Hey, y'all. Thanks for taking my call. This shout-out is for Blaine Milam. Hey, big guy. How you doing? I ain't gonna lie, I actually almost forgot about shout-out. Your mom just sent me a text, and she was like, did you get the shout-out? And I was like, oh, darn, I almost forgot about that. So luckily I got in on the first try. So here I am. Hope you're doing well. I called into the unit today, and they told me that my address got changed, so thanks for doing that. I heard that you had a great visit with Miss Linda, and thanks, Miss Linda, as always, for visiting Blaine.
No problem.
And I plan to be there, and I plan to be there on the 16th, Blaine. That's a Saturday. So look forward to seeing you then. Jerry, my mom, and my Mo, I'll say hello. Hopefully you got what my mom sent you. And also hopefully you got what my Mo sent you, too, because my Mo sent something also. I'm still waiting on whatever it is that you were supposed to be sending me. I'm still waiting on that, just so you know. So anyway, hope everything's going well. I'm still keeping busy with the play and with everything that's going on. All right, so talk to you soon. We all love you. Take care, and bye-bye. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Tiara.
Bye-bye.
Oh, my phone's making noises.
No problem.
Siri says no problem. That's pretty funny. I said thanks, Tiara. She thought I said thanks, Siri. Just wanted to remind everybody, Danielle already said it, but we're going to have a Christmas show on Christmas. It'll be Christmas evening. We usually go from 9 to 11, but the way the time slot is now, there's a show that goes from 10 to midnight, so we got blessed, and we'll be going from 9 to midnight. So you guys get ready. Let your family know to call in. It's going to be the same number. Uncle Ray's going to be here. Hank will be here. I'll be here. I guess everybody's going to be here. So we'll all come in and we'll take turns talking and hosting and wishing everybody Merry Christmas. I may play some songs. We can't forget Dewey. Dewey always wanted to play the cat song.
Yes.
The cat song?
Yeah, it's like Jingle Bells with meow, 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 meow. Yeah,
How could I forget that song?
You know, it was really funny because Dewey didn't have any cats, but yet everything he posted on Facebook and whatnot was about cats. He really enjoyed cats, but he didn't have any.
Yeah.
So.
I wish I would have met him.
Yeah, we miss Dewey. And matter of fact, they're doing the wreath. I've been riding with a biker club since we got a new Harley, and they're going to be doing the wreaths at the cemetery. So I want to make sure that Dewey gets a wreath.
Good.
So it's really important this time of year to remember our guys and gals that have done the service. And I was really surprised whenever I started doing things with veterans that there are a lot of veterans that are ex-cons, and not only that, but they're homeless. And it's kind of sad,
It's very sad.
You think that if a guy would go, no matter what kind of crime he's done or anything else, he served us. He served our country, and there should be some kind of program that he could get into to be able to have housing.
You would think that would be a priority.
Yep. But anyway, the Christmas show will be Christmas night from 9 to midnight, so you guys call us. Same bat time, same bat channel. Yeah, just call us at 713-526-5738. I'd like to thank Will Irvin for a nice Christmas card. I'd like to thank Bill Sims for a wonderful, informative letter. Dee Dee and I really appreciate it. We read it, we take it into consideration, and throw it out the window after that. Just joking with you, Bill. We really do take it into consideration. I like the new song. I like the way that the lady sings it. And I was very honest about whenever a woman would speak in the hallway, everybody stopped to listen. So it's a welcome break. I don't know how long it'll last, but we're going to try it for a while. I've got another song that Charlie Harrison sings called The Prison Radio Show, and I want to make a opening song out of that. But a lot of people have written in and really miss the old song.
I miss the old song.
So it's a give and a take. And then as far as the disclaimer goes, I really feel like we need a disclaimer because there are issues that we discuss that the kids don't need to be in right up in the middle of it. The kids are here for the shout-outs, and we don't curse. We are family-oriented, but there are some pretty serious topics that we talk about, including death row and sex offenders and different things that are very traumatic for children, and especially if their mom or dad's locked up. And they start hearing things, and then they start realizing, wait a minute, is that what my daddy did? And it's very, very traumatic. So we want to make sure that we're aware of what's going on, and we don't want to traumatize anybody. We want to make sure that we give a good, fair warning so that if mom and dad does tune in and the children are there, then they're aware of what's going on. So we just want to make sure that we're doing things the right way. There are some empty lines. If somebody wants to call, 713-526-5738. We kept a line open. Hank burned off on us, but that's cool. I want to ask you ladies something. You guys go up and down the highway, back and forth to all those prisons. How many different prisons do you visit every week?
Miss Linda visits.
I have probably 5 different prisons that I go to. I can't do them all in one, weekend, but I do a lot of visits during the week at the death row. And then I do visits on Saturday and Sunday at the other units, but I don't do all 5 every Sunday and Saturday and Sunday.
And so you take Miss Di with you, right?
Yeah, Miss Di goes with me.
And so how many guys do you visit?
A lot. I don't even know. I don't even know how many.
All the ones you shout out to, do you just ride them or do you visit?
No, well, a lot of the ones on death row, yes, I visit them. And then I've gotten really involved with the what do you call that? where they make all the stuff, the craft shop. I've gotten really involved with the craft shop guys. And so I visit Vincent Baker from there, too, and Jesse Hill. So they've really done a lot of beautiful work for me.
They're talented.
They're very talented, yes.
Very talented.
And so you're just getting all your house done in leather?
Everything, all kinds of stuff.
She keeps popping up here with some leather stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a really nice folder.
Yes.
So, and it survived the motorcycle. Did you hear about that?
No.
I had a bunch of stuff in the backpack. I went down to the pack conference, and the straps gave away on my backpack.
Oh.
And so I lost all my business cards. The folder went flying down the highway. I mean, it was just... And the folder survived, but everything else, all the pamphlets, all the business cards, everything, they're all just gone. And that backpack was brand new backpack, and we got it going. I got one trip out of that backpack, so.
Wow.
We got another caller?
Yes, we do.
Woohoo.
We have Rosa calling for the Polensky unit. You are on the air.
Thank you. Hey, Betito, this is Tia Rosa. Hoping... I hope you're doing fine, hijo. And today, I'm sure you heard from your mother, it snowed. So we were just happy. But I had to sup, and as soon as I was taking off, it started to snow really hard here at the house. So it was just really fun to have that happening. I substituted for fifth graders, and the principal let us take them out early, and then we took them all out. A lot of kids were absent because their parents kept them so they could enjoy it. But the kids had a lot of fun. They really enjoyed it, and so did we. As soon as I got off the car at the parking lot when teachers were getting off, we were all taking selfies, like, of ourselves. So it was really fun, and so anyway, hijo, how are you doing? And I hope to see you in Christmas. I'll be going with your mother, and it's cold down here. It's probably as cold as it's going to get, but we needed to get some cold. So hope you're doing fine, hijito, and just hold tight and just keep praying and believing for a miracle, hijo. What can I say? Well, anyway, here I just got here. I put up my tree, and I got back right now from PetSmart. I went to get my little doggies some covers that were really cold. I've been taking them walking, but it's cold, so I had to get them some little sweaters. And, no, pues aquí, hijo, todos bien. Mariano and David are working. I just talked to them, and it's really cold over there where they're working. So they said they're sending pictures of where they're in the snow. Pero they're working. They're doing fine. They're working a lot of hours. I believe this week they did on 105, dijo David. I just talked to him. And they said, wow, that's a lot of hours. So they're working just a lot. So hopefully they can survive because they're not used to that. But we're fine, hijito, and you should have seen everybody here just taking pictures, everybody not from work, so they could be able to stay home and take pictures. Hopefully we'll get some more snow, because, I'm hoping we do. But we love you, hijito, and take care, and hugs and kisses, and all you guys. Just keep your heads up and just pray and believe for a miracle. This thing has to come down. We're praying for you guys, all of you. Remember that there's nothing impossible for the Lord. So just keep your heads up and keep believing and stay focused. We love you, and I wish you all a Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay, real quick, Brian Davis. Anyone by Brian, tell him I remembered to remind Dee Dee about the JPEG. Just wanted to let him know I remembered.
And it's David's fault. It's not Dee Dee's fault.
No, it's my fault for not reminding y'all, but it's out there now. Everyone can hear it.
Everybody knows.
Okay, and now we have Sherry. You are on the air for the Darrington unit.
Okay, thank you. Hello, baby son. Hope you're listening tonight. I'm sure you are, and probably had already gave up on me since this is the last call, but we're all sitting here around the table, and your sister's here, Hey, Jeffrey. Love you. Miss you. Your daddy's here.
Hey, what's up?
And, anyway, hope all's going well. I know I promised you a letter, and my promises are kind of slow sometimes. And
We're busy.
we're really busy.
We love you.
We love you. And, watch the next week's paper. You got a niece that got her name in the paper, so be sure and look for that. And we love you, and I'll try to get some more words to you soon. Good night, baby.
Good night. Love you.
Good night. Love you.
Good night. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, so following the prison show, we're going to have Dean Becker with Cultural Baggage. What show after that, Mike?
From the Vault.
From the Vault. So you guys stay tuned for that. I want to thank you for tuning in. It really means a lot to us that you call all the time like that. And we've got a studio full of people. I really thank you for coming in. Ryan, thanks for coming in. It's good to see you, brother. Donna.
And Jean.
And Jean. Everybody. It's really neat whenever we show up and there's a house full of people. It just shows us, and Will Irvin sent us a Christmas card. I know I mentioned that once, but it really touched us to see that. The guys listen, and they really appreciate the show, and we try to put the best show that we can together. And I do want to repeat that I got an email today from someone who asked not to have their case put on the air. And guys, if that's the case, if you don't want us to report what's going on, then just let us know and we won't do that. But we want to report it in a professional way, not to exploit anything or to point anything out or to hurt anybody. But if it's news, and especially some of you guys don't get a chance to get your cases heard, so we want to make sure that you get that news as quickly and efficiently as possible. But you guys stay tuned because, like I said, Dean Becker's coming on, and I think we're going to go grab us a bite to eat. So, Mike, you got it?